Mojo in the morning, phone number 844-MOJO live, text is 95500. So we got to address something on the show right now. Kev, the newest member of the show, had an emergency family situation happen last week. And Kev, my heart sunk and my stomach sunk too when I got a text message from you just a little less than a week ago when you said that you were rushing to the hospital, your girlfriend Sherelle, who's also carrying your baby, and you said that Sherelle needed to go get care. And I wanted to get an update from you. How are things going?
Yeah, so things are going good. Thank you. Thank Chelsea. Thank everybody who not only sent their prayers, but sent their text messages and phone calls and emails. Really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Meant a lot to myself, meant a lot to Sherelle, Josiah, our entire family. And blessed to be here, obviously at work today, which is a good sign that everything went well with the baby and everything went well in the hospital with Sherelle. But just to kind of give you a play-by-play of what happened, like you mentioned, it was about a week ago, and it was actually Tuesday with the big Powerball setup. So I went home after work and got Josiah. And
Josiah is my son. How old is he?
10.
10 years old.
Went to go get BIG. That's what I call him. And said, come on, Josiah, let's go get some pizza. We're going to come home, have a movie night, and just, kind of lay back and chill. And we were in the car. I stopped, grabbed a Powerball ticket, and needed to be on the phone with Chase Banks, my banking agent. Went on the phone with Chase, and Sherelle had called while I'm pulling up to get the pizza. And I didn't answer because I'm like, this is an important conversation with Chase. I'll talk to Sherelle in a second. Like, I'm about to run in and get the pizza, da-da-da-da. And while I'm in the store, literally pizza in hand coming out, she sends a text message, all caps, "Oh my God, I'm in the shower and I'm bleeding."
Oh my God.
Oh man.
And like my heart just stopped, man. Like I couldn't even speak. Like immediately I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I need to get in the car. I need to go. So I get in the car. She says a bunch of other stuff like in the text message, but that's the only thing that matters. She's like, I need you to come now.
Right.
Luckily, I wasn't that far. It's like 5 minutes away. So I'm speeding. I get to Sherelle. I come in the bathroom. She's like still in the bathroom. So we get her together. I'm looking in there. I can see the blood. I can see the clot like in the shower going down the drain or just like literally on the shower floor. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you got to be strong for her. You can't really like, show that you're scared or nervous, try to calm her down, be there for her. And like I mentioned before, Sherelle has endometriosis. And I'm not like, WebMD or whatever, but basically it's like tissue that isn't supposed to grow where it grows outside of the uterus. And when you have your period, like blood is supposed to come out and go through, but it doesn't come out. And it affects that area of your body. So it's tremendously painful. And she's been dealing with this her entire life. So even the thought of her becoming pregnant was always far-fetched. It wasn't like a reality, let alone being able to carry it as long as she's carried it, which is right now 6 months. And just even that, there are not a lot of people that can have a child. There are not a lot of women that can conceive. So we're extremely blessed, and she's extremely blessed to be able to be in this position. So I get her, we go to the hospital, drop in, leave Josiah. He comes with me, drop the car off, go back inside. We get Sherelle. By the time I get back in there, she's already doing whatever she needs to do. We run upstairs to labor and delivery. She starts bleeding again while she's in the bathroom up there. And they're like, okay, we got to get you on the table. They get her on the table. They start taking blood. They hook her up to all of this stuff. And then we're just waiting. And one of the things that they do is they hook you up to this baby monitor where you literally just hear the heartbeat of the baby.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And we heard that heartbeat, man. It felt like for 48 hours. And it was, sometimes it sounded like Jumanji. Like, you remember like Jumanji?
Don't make me laugh during this.
How relieved were you to hear that?
Yeah.
It
was amazing. At least we know at that point the baby's still alive.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on. They don't know what's going on.
Did your mind go there before that?
I mean, I'm so confident that everything will be okay. This baby it's been a blessing. Like even with endometriosis, there's scar tissue that happens inside of the body. Right now, Sherelle has no scar tissue. She's not experiencing pain. The baby's heartbeat has been, I think, 155 the entire time. It's been consistent. And the prayers that we have, the belief that we have that this is a miracle baby, this is an angel, that never swayed. That never wavered. And I don't even want doubt to creep into my mind. I feel like that's just a distraction from the reality that I know that God is blessing us with.
You are a very spiritual. Both of you guys, you and Sherelle, are very, very spiritual people.
Yeah, God is. I shouldn't be here. Like we haven't even talked about. I've been in 2 drunk driving accidents where I was the driver, and I'm like walking around today. Like flipped a car, went through a tree. Like God is in my life for real. That's a whole different story. So we're at the hospital. This is a Tuesday when I text you and Tony. I'm like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it tomorrow, whatever the case may be. And you like, not coming in.
No, he says, we're in the hospital. Sherelle is bleeding. I'll give you an update, but I don't know what will happen with tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be in. I'm going, you don't know if you'll be in.
Not coming in.
I don't care. I
get his mindset, though. I get it, though.
I know. You were but I was like, there's no way. You're first off, that is your priority, and I know it is for you, and I know that you know that. And honestly, I know everybody on the show knows that, which I think is the reason why we all work so well together, is that we realize that this is, we love our radio family, but our radio family will be okay if we're away for a little bit, taking care of our family.
Yeah. So we're there, and then they come back in and say, hey, we don't have the equipment that we need. Like, we don't have ultrasound equipment here at this hospital, so we need to send you to another hospital. So we leave that hospital. We go to another hospital. Big shout out to all the labor and delivery people in all of these hospitals. They were amazing. They were incredible. They were encouraging, very informative. Put a little more seasoning in the food, but that's a whole other conversation.
Kevin, stop making this funny.
What was it, though? What
it was everything, bro. The eggs were so bland. Like, it was the French toast had no sugar. I can't complain, though. They're doing an amazing job. They're servicing a lot of people.
I think their goal is to keep you healthy, right?
Yeah. And they did that indeed. Dr. Warner would be very proud.
Yeah.
So we go to the other hospital, and we stay the night. That's Tuesday night. Then they come back in. They still don't know what's happening. They have no idea. All that they can tell us is that the baby's doing fine. The monitor's fine. We hear the heartbeat. They can't tell us anything. So we have to stay another night, which is Wednesday night, and hopefully we can have the ultrasound Thursday morning. And then they come in and they tell us something like I wrote it down. What's it called? Something hematoma, a subchronic hematoma, which is like bleeding.
Yeah.
Something
Like
inside
near the body.
Yeah, inside the body, near the baby.
Yeah.
And they were really concerned about the placenta, but they said everything's fine. They still don't know what created the subatomic hematoma. So right now it's just take it easy, rest, chill, relax, pray.
And how far along is Sherelle?
6 months.
Okay.
Is she on bed rest for the rest of her pregnancy?
They said no. They
Really?
didn't put her on bed rest.
Really?
They just said keep it chill.
And for those that don't know, we've had here at the radio studios, we've had 2 beautiful new babies in the last couple of years that were born prematurely. Cody and James, their baby, and man, thank God is good. The baby is strong and doing great. And then Sean Strife, who comes on after us.
Yeah.
Is Axel still in the hospital?
I believe that Axel is,
And I think he's coming home soon.
But soon,
Yeah.
but the cool thing is that Hallow, Sean and Karen's gorgeous daughter got a chance to meet her brother for the very first time.
Awesome.
So
You want to
cute.
cry?
So cute.
Look at those photos.
Yeah, Sean Strife, you follow him on social. But I'm thinking about you guys and thinking about them, and I'm knowing that I'm hopeful that, God forbid that the baby need to come now, that hopefully everything, is good. But dude, there is nothing worse than it's one thing about us, oh man, my throat's scratchy or I'm not feeling good or anything like that. But when it's your child, especially your unborn child,
All alone.
Jeez, Lord. Reagan wants to make a comment to you, Kev. What's going on, Reagan?
Hi, I just wanted to tell Kevin that I'm really proud of him for being so educated and supportive of endometriosis, because a lot of men aren't or don't know about it. So that's really awesome.
Thank you so much, Reagan. It's one of those things that people don't talk enough about, and I didn't really I don't believe I heard the term, let alone was educated on it prior to being with Sherelle. So it's definitely
It's
something.
really awesome. She's really lucky to have a supportive partner like you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I think he's more lucky to have her, to be honest with you.
Do you have endometriosis, Reagan?
I do.
Okay.
Reagan, pray for these guys in their pregnancy, okay?
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you for the call, Reagan. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm so just seeing Sherelle just a little bit ago the other day, and she was looking so good and stuff. And when you called, I was like freaking out about that. I feel like, honestly, Sherelle and you, who've been so short to this family that we have here, are such a big part of this family, and that celebrating another baby being born is amazing. What's up, Brandy?
Hey, hi guys. Good morning. How are you?
We're good.
Brandy.
What's happening?
Good. So listen, Kev, don't worry. And I'm really glad that you have the faith that you do. I suffer from subchorionic hematoma, and actually after several miscarriages. So when it happened to me, I totally freaked out, was very, very scared. But I now have a 13-year-old daughter.
Hey.
So you're good. I'm sure that Cheryl's going to be fine, and I'm super happy for you guys.
Any advice? Like, what did they do for you when you found out about this?
So I did end up on bed rest, and so just for a little bit. But my daughter did come a little early. I don't know that it was due to that at all. But just told her rest up, and if they've said she's okay, then let her go about her, life and day just to kind of stay normal, and just feel good. Rest and relax when she can.
By the way, go back to the nurses and family, the hospital people, and thank you for the call. By the way, Brandy, one of the things I will never forget at our Taylor Swift broadcast that we were doing was when Sean had one of the listeners walk up, who Sean recognized, gave a huge hug to, and then introduced us to. She was the nurse taking care of Axel. Wow.
You don't forget them.
His son in the hospital. And oh my God, Sean's like, this is family. And I saw the way she embraced him and how she, here she was out of her, her superhero costume at the hospital, and she was going to enjoy a Taylor Swift concert. And I saw that, and it makes me realize we do have a lot of medical professionals that listen to us, the nurses and the doctors and stuff. And thank you for what you guys do. You guys don't get enough support. Well, Cav, keep us informed on what's going on with Sherelle. I'm assuming that you will never not just grab her phone call the moment that she calls anymore. I don't care if you're talking to the President of the United States. You pick up that phone.
Lesson was learned.
I'm not going to let you forget that either.
and by the way, I will say this to you, your heart sinks at that moment. You know what I mean? Like when that happens, and it's an honest thing, right? You're talking to the bank, right? You got that's important too. You got to pay your bills and stuff like that. But to think that, that was what she was calling you about at that moment.
You never know.
And honestly, maybe you wouldn't have been of sound mind to actually get that phone call at that time. So you never know exactly what the reasoning is behind it. I'm giving you an excuse. So she does bring it up later. All right.
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.